more East versus West action for North Dakota high school football teams this week. West Fargo out in Bismarck tonight to take on Century as the two teams come in with monster wins their first week of action. We'll start this off in the first drive of the game. Jacob Olson for Century up top, 22 yards to Luke Little. The Patriots lead 7-0 after the kick, but the Packers come right on back. On their first possession, Chase Teakin with every carry of the drive. He finds room on the right side, 27 yards for the score. 7-7 late first. Teakin there. It's 9-7 Century after a safety. Olson finds Isaac Bolton on a 17-yard grab over the middle. 16-7 Century late in the half, but on the kickoff, Simon Habanaman with the 8. He pops free and goes 92 yards for the touchdown. Fourth quarter in Bismarck right now. The Packers are leading 19-16 at last reported. Bismarck Legacy defeating Devils Lake 46-12. Fargo Davies travel to the Magic City to take on Minot at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Magi dusting things off for the opening score of the ball game when Creighton Rudolph sneaks it in for 6. MHS looking to go up by 2 possessions in the opening quarter with the handoff going to Carter Anderson. He reaches across the goal line, and just like that, the Magicians own a 2-touchdown lead over the Eagles. Davies looking to drive the other way. Ethan Matheson drops back and throws into great coverage with Brett Lundy making the great play on the ball for the interception, but the Eagles would fly past Minot's defense moments later with a strike over the middle to Alex York. He plows ahead from the 5 and into the end zone. In the fourth quarter right now, Minot leads 48-25, while the Deacons take down the Spartans 16-12 right here in town. Out in Mandan, Red River taking on the Braves. First quarter, Red River's Matt Laturnis takes a few big hits from the Braves D, but he plows through for a 4-yard touchdown. It's 7-0 Rough Riders. After the kick, the Braves punting, and the snap goes over Jaden Anderson's head, and he tried to throw it. The Riders recover in the end zone for another touchdown. PAT is no good. It's 13-0 Red River. Mandan goes on the board when Alex Horner drops and finds a wide open Anderson for a 54-yard touchdown pass and catch. 13-7 Red River here. Just before the half, Red River threatening again, but Laturnis not so lucky this time. He coughs it up, and Quinn Holstengard pounces on it. It's 13-7 at the half. Red River hangs on, though, to win it 19-13. The final, and Cheyenne takes a big win over Jamestown tonight. Back here in the East, Grand Forks Central hosting Dickinson with no score in the first quarter. The Midgets on the move, but Sean Steffen can't get away. Central's Jacob Grahowski. The ball comes loose, and the Knights recover later in the quarter with time winding down. The Knights start to drive. Jordan Lujan gets the carry and picks up a first down to keep the drive alive. On the very first play of the second quarter, Zach Murphy takes it to the air and finds Aaron Knutson open in the end zone for the score. PAT is blocked. Knights have a 6-0 lead, but Dickinson gets the next 2 touchdowns, and the Midgets win it 14-6. Plus a major win for Valley City over Lisbon, 52-12 tonight. Back out west as Wahpeton takes on Bismarck St. Mary's in a 2-way football game. Opening drive, fullback dive to Jonah Krebs. He breaks a few arm tackles, and he's into the clear. 45-yard touchdown just 87 seconds into the game, and it's 7-0 after the kick. Huskies on offense. Tyler Brewer back to pass. He's flushed. Joseph Riker forces the fumble. Jacob Sheets recovers for the Saints. The Saints defense did not allow much tonight. Brewer no place to go, and Ian Brown with a tackle for the loss here. Wahpeton shut out 41-0 by the Saints, and Central Cass falls 29-13 to Beulah. In 9-man action from Thompson, the Tommies hosting Midway Mento. This one already firmly in the Tommies' grasp in the second quarter. Mustangs with the ball, but Thompson's Braden Amber comes up with the pick to give the Tommies the football back. On the ensuing drive, Cole Sorby gets the ball, breaks a few tackles, and finds nothing but green grass in front of him. The 39-yard touchdown makes it 54-0 Thompson. The Tommies aren't even done there. With just over a minute to go in the first half, Nicholas Reckwith will make his way into the end zone to push the score up to 60. The Tommies go on to win it 78-8. The final, a 54-12 win over North Border for Cavalier.